Greetings everyone, Ray Rock here, back with another how-to guide. In this video guide, I'm going to show you how to use Executor to counter other Executor. We will show you how to do it with a R8 fleet against an R9 fleet, which means you will always go second. This strategy I'm going to show you also work if you are facing an R8 Executor, but you go second. This is going to be the same principle. So without further ado, let's get to it. The first battle I'm going to show you is Red RPM. He's got a R9 Executor, which should be 194 speed. That's all R9 Executors are. Houndstooth, I believe is the R8 Houndstooth. 152 speed. Xanadu Blood, I do believe is also R8. Nope, R7. 184 speed. 11,000 damage. Razor Crest is R8. 188 speed. 13,000 damage. And for his reinforcement, you will have the Slay 1 and IG 2000. Show you the speed for those two ships as well. Slay 1's R8, 168 speed for damage of 10,100. And lastly, is IG 2000, R7. For speed of 190, 12,400 damage. But our main focus is their starting lineup ship, which consists of Houndstooth, Xanadu Blood, and Razor Crest. So what we are working with is, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be using R8 Executor, and I have it at 192 speed. My Houndstooth is R7, it's a 150 speed. My Razor Crest is R5, 181 speed, 12,400 damage. Xanadu Blood is R6 at 182 speed. Make a note of that because in the turn order, Xanadu Blood will go before Razor Crest, which will allow me to call Razor Crest to assist. And then Razor Crest turn, I will able to turn around and call Xanadu Blood to assist, which will be crucial. Ebon Hawk, so 160 speed, nothing special. Slay 1's R8, 165 speed, 9k damage, nothing special, but it's not that important. It's the main key ships are the starting three. And IG 2000 is R5 at 185 speed, 11.6 damage. So the whole concept is you go in, you're going to play defensive right off the bat, which means AI is going to do the AoE and mass assist attack. Afterward, we're not going to attack them. We are going to get our taunt up with Houndstooth, and then we're going to heal the Razor Crest. If it's hit, if it's not hit, we're still going to heal it because we want the foresight on our Razor Crest. So this is a typical opening where the AI do go after my Razor Crest over the Houndstooth. So as I mentioned before, we do want to get our taunts up. So we are going to use the second ability, but we are going to use on the opposing Houndstooth. And that way we're not feeding turn meter to the opposing enemy ships. So we're going to taunt. Again, make sure you target Houndstooth. Okay, now we're going to use the third special, which not only heal, we're going to put foresight on Razor Crest. So when the AI decide to use their mass assist attack with their Razor Crest and Xanadu Blood, it's going to miss because of the foresight. As you can tell, it missed. Second hit did land because the foresight is gone, and that's fine. So now, most people would typically go after Razor Crest. We're not going to do that. We are going to focus on Xanadu Blood and try to take it out ASAP because we do not want the AI to land a breach on us and get the contract going. So we are going to target Xanadu Blood And we are going to call Razor Crest. As I mentioned earlier, we do want to mod Razor Crest to go second after Xanadu Blood for this reason. We're able to call him Razor Crest, and we are going to be able to put the mark on the Xanadu Blood. Now we get to turn around and use Razor Crest to call Xanadu Blood and put the breach on Xanadu Blood. Hopefully we'll 2-tap and take it out completely. And we do. So at this point, we are pretty much in the driver's seat. We just need to get our own contract going while we dispel all the target lock on our ships by using the Ebonhawk. When we call in the Ebonhawk, we're going to put chaff on everybody and dispel all the target locks. So right now, we're going to just use basic, so we can double tap. I'm going to use basic again, since we don't have a choice. Put more target lock. Okay, now we got an option to switch target, and we are going to switch target and put on Slave 1. More target lock out on the field. Okay, we're going to basic on the Houndstooth since it's taunting. The heal, that's fine. And now we're going to use our AoE. Get the target lock back on the field. And we are going to put more target lock, and we are going to call our Razor Crest. Okay. As you could tell, our Xanadu Blood had lost chaff, so we're going to use our Ebonhawk third special here to put more chaff out to stop the AI from landing a more target lock and get the contract off. We do lose our Razor Crest, unfortunately, but we are still in the driver's seat to get the contract out to get to the ultimate. Okay, we have no choice but to basic. As you can see, we just got our contract for the ultimate. So now we get to call in Slave 1. Most people would like to use their seismic charger. I personally like to use the middle ability, the torpedo, which will put ability block on everyone. So that's what we're going to do. I'll keep them from using the special. Okay, now we are going to use, let's see here. Unfortunately, our Houndstooth has breach, so we cannot strip the taunt. So there's no point in using the second special to clear dispel the taunt. So now we use the seismic charge. Okay, now just like that, we got to ultimate, and right now it's just basically mopping up and clean up this battle. So in a few minutes, I'll show you the next battle, and we'll show you a different opponent. All right, our next battle is against Melissa Kenobi. Again, she is running an R9 Executor. 194 speed, just like the rest. Houndstooth, I believe it's R7 or R8? R7. 150 speed. Razor Crest, R7, 186 speed, and Xanadu Blood is R7, 184 speed, I believe. Okay, we're going to use the same tactic. We're not going to go offensive at the beginning. We're going to heal and get the foresight on our not Xanadu Blood, but the Razor Crest. And then we're going to target Xanadu Blood if it's not in the stealth. Here we go. Okay, that's an opening barrage. That's all right. Now we're going to target their Houndstooth with ours. Get the taunt up. Okay, we're going to heal. Put on Razor Crest so we get the foresight. We target by the AI. Again, we dodge because we had the foresight. That's fine. Xanadu Blood is no longer stealth, so I'm going to target that. I'm going to call in Razor Crest. I'm going to get the mark. They target our Houndstooth, that's fine. Now we're going to use our Razor Crest and call Xanadu Blood. That should finish off their Xanadu Blood. All right, Xanadu Blood's gone. We got the Falcon coming in. That's fine. We're going to call in Ebonhawk so we get the chaff. That way, there won't be any target lock on us. We use the basic for double tap. Okay, no choice but the basic. Basic, that clears our mark. Okay, now we're going to target their razor crest of ours. Basic. Okay, now we're going to have to get more chaff, so we're going to use the third special. Okay, we're going to AoE. Fortunately, we lost our razor crest. That's fine. We're going to call Houndstooth. We just need to get our contract. I'm going to taunt. We're going to call in a Slay 1, that's fine. We're going to call in our Slay 1 when we get a chance, right here. I'm going to use the basic. Since there's no target lock on the field, now we got the contract. I'm going to use the basic again. Do not target Slay 1 since Slay 1 has retribution. I'm going to stay on Houndstooth. Okay, we're going to ability block instead of using the seismic charge. Because the seismic charge will not take out their Slay 1. So we're going to try to ability block with the AoE here. Everyone's ability block. Okay, almost got the contract. Unfortunately, they got the dodge. Okay, right here we are actually going to switch to Slay 1. We'll use this second ability that will dispel any buffs they have, so the retribution will be gone. Okay, we're going to use the basic. This should get our contract, hopefully here. Okay, now we get to use a seismic charge. All right, contract's up, so I'm going to use the ultimate. And basically, after this, is just mop up work. So, our next battle, I will show you another opponent. Again, using the same concept. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, using this method, targeting Xanadu Blood first, has gotten me consistent wins. So, we'll be right back shortly. All right, our next battle is against Ray, and I'll show you his ship speed. Again, it's the R9 Executor, 194 speed. Houndstooth is R8 at 152 speed. It's Razor Crest, I do believe it's R7. Nope, R8. 188 speed, 13,400 damage. And his Razor Crest is R7, I want to say. At 184 speed, 11,300 damage. Again, we're going to use the same principle idea with our tactics here. We want to start off using the heal on Razor Crest, regardless if the AI targets Razor Crest or Houndstooth. That foresight is very crucial in surviving this particular battle since we go in second. And the AI once again go after our Razor Crest, which is fine. Okay, we're going to put our taunt up. And again, make sure you're targeting the enemy Houndstooth when you do that. And it is. Okay, now we use the third ability here. We only need to keep them from escaping, which will heal and put a foresight on our Razor Crest. So you could tell AI went after our Razor Crest. It missed the first hit because we have foresight, which is good. Okay, now we're going to switch to the Razor Crest and target, not the Razor Crest, I'm sorry, switch the Xanadu Blood with our Xanadu Blood and call our Razor Crest to attack it. So we can put the mark on it. Okay, we got the mark and the breach. AI target our Houndstooth, which is fine. Now it's our Razor Crest's turn. We will do the opposite and call our Xanadu Blood this time to attack. Hopefully it will take it out with 2 taps. It does, just like that. There, Xanadu Blood's gone. We're in driver's seat to winning this battle. Okay, they do have their contract out for the, I do believe it's the target lock, which is fine. And we are going to call in Ebon Hawk to clear off their target locks, to delay the ultimate contract for the ultimate. Use the basic so we could double tap. And no choice but the basic again. Okay, now we're going to target their, let's see here, we are going to target their Razor Crest. Basic. They heal, that's fine. We're going to use our AoE. Reapply the target locks. Okay, we're going to use their, let's see here. I'm going to use the basic here. Nope, no double tap. I was hoping for a double tap. Okay, as you can tell, Xanadu Blood lost the chaff, so we definitely need to reapply it with our Ebon Hawk. We're going to use the third ability so we can apply it. Unfortunately, again, we lost our Razor Crest, which is fine. Their Houndstooth had lost his taunt, so now we're able to select any ship we want. We're going to target their Razor Crest. And hopefully it'll land Breach, and it does. Okay, now we're going to call on Slave 1. Hopefully we'll get our contract up. And we do. Okay, now it's just a race to, getting our ultimate. We're going to use the AoE. We're going to call our Slave 1. Again, with this Slave 1's turn, a lot of people like to use the seismic charge. I personally like the middle ability of the Proton Torpedo because I put ability block on everyone. So we're going to do that. Okay, almost to the ultimate. Basic. Double tap, that's good. They got their contract, that's fine. Now we get to use our seismic charge. Unfortunately, we didn't get the RNG go our way, and they got the ultimate first, which is unfortunate. Most of the time, we do get the ultimate, and with some good RNG, we're able to pull it out, but looks like for this battle, we won't be able to, since there's 4 ships to 3. But yeah, sometimes you do get the bad RNG, and this is what happened. But I would say about 90% of the time, we get good RNG, and we do get the ultimate first, and take out their Executor. All right, in a little bit, I will show you another battle. All right, our next battle will be against Ray Ray's team again. So we're going back in using their same team comp and same strategy. Hopefully this time we get better RNG, which I do believe we will. And keep in mind, first move, we're going to go on defensive by putting up the taunt with Houndstooth on their Houndstooth, and then we're going to use the heal on our Razor Crest so we can get foresight. So we're going to start off with the taunt, heal, and the foresight. And right there we got the dodge because of the foresight, which is good. And we did not get target by the AI on the second hit. It targeted our Houndstooth instead. That's great. So now we're going to target the Xanadu Blood with our Xanadu Blood and call Razor Crest. Put the mark on him. Okay, now we're going to use Razor Crest and call Xanadu Blood this time. Hopefully we'll double tap and finish him off. And we do. Okay, we are going to call in our reinforcement also, the Ebon Hawk, so we can put chaff up on the field and get rid of the target lock. I'm going to use basic so we can double tap. Okay, I'm going to use basic here. And we're going to target their Slave 1, knock off the protection, put more target lock out on the field. They mass heal, that's fine. We're going to just do a mass AoE, get the target lock back out on the field. Okay, we're going to use AoE, and we're going to, let's see here, we'll call Houndstooth so we could get the mark, or I'm sorry, the breach. Okay, we're going to target Slave 1 with our Razor Crest and call Xanadu Blood. Got the breach and the target lock. So we got one contract. Now we need to get the other one to get the ultimate going. We're going to try to finish off Slave 1 here, so we cannot use the seismic charge. Okay, that's fine. IG 2000 stun our Houndstooth. We're going to call in Slave 1. Again, instead of using seismic charge, we're going to use the middle ability Not that we have the choice, but if we do, we're still going to use the middle ability because the proton torpedo does AoE on everyone, also ability blocks on anyone that had debuffs. And Slay One's gone. That's good. Now, since we don't have chaff out on everybody, we're going to use the chaff on Ebonhawk. We apply on everyone. That way, the AI cannot land target lock on us. Basic. Okay, we got the contract. Now we just need to reach you the ultimate. We're going to target Razor Crest. Okay, there he is. Just like that. Game over. Now it's basically just a cleanup. I hope this guy will give you more consistent victory on your Executor mirror match. There's one other thing I'd like to add. If your Xandu Blood does not double tap the opposing Xandu Blood, you should be able to take it out with your Houndstooth on this next turn because of the mark. And if your Houndstooth cannot take it out, the following turn, which should be your Xandu Blood, should be able to take it out either single tap or double tap. With that said, if you have any questions, please leave in a comment. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. May the force be with you on all your battles. Till next time.